He has also come out with Baba's Charitra, that is life story of Meher Baba, complete life story of Meher Baba in Gujarati, and he also writes small articles in Gujarati. So Rajnikant Bhai immediately called me even before I could leave the meeting actually, and said, "Hey Baba, you remember once you talked about democracy, correct? But there are certain areas where you cannot be democratic," and he is right. What had happened was Baba had announced in the year 1949, as you all know, that he was to embark upon what is called the new life. और उस समय हिंदी इंग्लिश आई जस्ट हेल्प फॉर यू उस समय बाबा ने बताया था कि ये जो न्यू लाइफ है several points were there. It is nothing but in one word, satyanashi. That means total ruination, total annihilation of everything, hopelessness, helplessness, total dependence on God, and there is we are not going to come back into this life. We are going to leave everyone and everything and just go wherever God takes us. He made such a picture like it is nothing short of a living death kind of thing. So the Manli people said that when Jesus was to be crucified, yeah, okay, he also said that he will never come back to Meherabad, Meherabad. Everything was just disposed of, right? So, I really admire the Mandli's, sense of whatever you call it, humor or whatever. तो मंडली जन बाबा को बताते हैं कि जब जीसस ऐसे सूली पे चढ़ गए थे when he was crucified, there was what is called the Last Supper. So Last Supper was laid out, as we all know in photographs. We had Jesus with all his 12 apostles, and they are having nice food and they were having wine. So some of them said कि बाबा अभी हम लोग ऐसे ही जा रहे हैं मरने को जा रहे हैं. So let us enjoy the last day of that, before going by having a nice mutton biryani. So because there were some followers who were, and many of the followers of Meher Baba were non-vegetarian till the very end. So Baba nodded and said, "Okay, ठीक है, चलो अभी आपको मन करता है मटन बिरयानी खाने का तो ठीक है." Then they said, "Hey, Jesus also served wine, so we should also be allowed to have some wine and whiskey and all that." And Baba said, "Okay, done, okay, done." And then they said, "Then the point is, where should we have all these things, biryani and wine and whiskey and all that?" So they said, "We can have it in the Manli Hall. That is the Meherabad Manli Hall, where we are going, where we are always going and paying our respects." And sorry, yeah, okay, next to Rauri. Everybody knows what is Manli Hall. If they know Rauri, they would definitely know what is Manli Hall. Meherabad Manli Hall. And so, they all said, "We'll have it over here." And that was the place where most of the meetings were happening, Sawasis were happening. So, Thake Falkar, that was one of them. And I don't know who's the other. There were two of them who objected. Okay, nothing doing. This is a place which is for pious, and we cannot define this place by having mutton and by having wine and all these things. So, a big debate happened. And finally, because of so many people like Dr. Ghani, like Aditya Irani, like everybody who were all non-vegetarian stalwarts, they said okay, and they knew that they would win if they take a vote. So they said, "Okay, now let us take a vote then, since we are not coming to any conclusion." And they knew that everything Baba would do in a very democratic manner. So they said, "Let us take vote." Everybody voted, "We must enjoy, we must drink, we must eat," except for Sake Balkar and one more, I forgot the name. So then they all said, "Wow, we won," and all that. I think it was only one because Baba, it was only one. Then Baba said, "But Sake Balkar says that we should respect this place, we should not." But Baba, he is the only one among so many of them. We are the majority. That is where Baba says a very beautiful sentence. In spirituality, there is no democracy or there is no majority. It is a concern of spirituality. And even if one person's feelings are hurt by this, then we should not allow this to happen. And then ultimately, they had to हमारे पास जब भी बहुत बहुत very very strong desires होती है, तो बाबा में fulfill the desire, but at the same time there will be such a clause that we are not able to enjoy the desire, and then हम लोग बोलते हैं बाबा जाने दो, हमको नहीं मांगता, छोड़ दो करके. A similar thing happened. I don't know what the place was, where I think it was Elizabeth Peterson and some of the Westerners, they wanted Goa. It was in Goa. Soumya promised me to say it was in Goa. When they said that Goa के ice cream बहुत अच्छे होते हैं. We want to have ice creams in Goa because बहुत प्रख्यात है Goa के ice cream. So then, okay, Baba said it's a very good idea. We must all have ice cream and enjoy the ice cream and all that. So they are very happy that now we are going to have ice cream. So Baba calls Dr. Nilu, Dr. Nilkan, and says कि बाबा आइसक्रीम खाने से मैंने सुना है कि सर्दी पकड़ लेती है, आइसक्रीम खाने से गला पकड़ लेता है. So what is the antidote for that, so that गला नहीं पकड़ेगा? तो डॉक्टर नीलू बोलते हैं कि लहसुन की चटनी खाएगा, लहसुन चटनी, you can imagine, तो वो नहीं पकड़ेगा. बाबा said very good. So when the ice cream came, his order was that with every morsel of the ice cream, you must counter it with lasan chutney so that you don't feel cold. So there also they said, oh Bapre, Bapre, Bap. Baba ke said you cannot express your desires because Baba would agree to that, but at the same time he will put such a clause that we fail to enjoy the enjoyment. So I thought I'll inform, I'll talk about that. Then there were some calls and some WhatsApp messages which said that you spoke about, we were speaking about COVID, and I also spoke in my talk with Hyderabad that Baba is the being of all beings. That means he is in the minutest of things, and that we must learn now to see God not only in things which are pleasant, which are acceptable, which are beautiful, but we must also see God in things which are unacceptable to us, which are ugly, filthy, not beautiful and all that. So uske se, because somebody said when you refer to that tum hi to ho, what is it? Let us know what is tum hi to ho. So now Soumya is going to read that entire 28 stanza, tum hi to ho, side by side. What is the English translation? Now, how did this come about? In 1959, Baba had given to Bauji the first stanza of this, what you may call as a prayer or a poem prayer or a prayer poem, first stanza of Tum Hi To Ho, and it was all forgotten. That is Baba's style. He would just give something and then everything forgotten, and then after a little while the whole thing will again crop up somehow. So in 1962, Baba was working upon the book called The Everything and the Nothing, and he was discussing some matters about forgiveness and forgive and forget and all that, which I hope if we get time we'll do that passage. At that time, this was somewhere around 31st of August. Around that time, or maybe a little bit of spilling over September, Baba called Bauji and told him that this is the manuscript of The Everything and the Nothing. It is very interesting, and I want you to translate it into Hindi. उनका हिंदी में आप अनुवाद करो. And Baba said, it is very interesting, but make it interesting. So Bauji said, if the English is interesting, definitely, naturally, the Hindi will also be interesting. So Baba said, that I don't know. But you see that you make it interesting and you write it in very simple language so that the Hindi speaking crowd will be able to understand and appreciate. तो बाबूजी जाके घर में अपने रूम में जाके सोच रहे थे कैसे इंटरेस्टिंग बनाना. Then he thought that instead of writing it as a prose, let me write it as a conversation, question answer kind of thing. So he did one discourse, and then next day when he met Baba, when he was there on the watch, we all know that he used to be a night watchman for Baba. He said, Baba asked him immediately, आपने किया क्या? बोला हाँ मैंने एक discourse किया है, पढ़ के सुनाओ. तो उन्होंने सुनाया. Baba liked it very much. I said, Baba said, yeah, this is exactly what I want. तो बाकी के भी ऐसे ही करना, लेकिन उसमें आप उसमें आप थोड़े सॉन्ग्स भी ऐड करना, और उसके बाद में बाबा ने बोला उसमें आप कोई प्रेयर भी ऐड करना. So the moment Baba used the word prayer, he remembered that some years back, that was in 1959. Now this is in 1962. Bauji remembered that he had given me one stanza of that prayer. So let me evolve on that. Let me work on that. So after a few days, he worked on it and told Baba that he has made some prayer, and 11 stanzas, 11 Bauji made. And Bauji writes in Lord Meher that on that particular day when he went for a night watch, Baba was in a very good mood, very sad. And he said, Baba said, okay, now I am dictating certain things. And Baba kept on dictating for hours together. And Baba himself added 17 more stanzas. So that made it 28 total. Now in those that Baba added, you are a dog, you are a pig, you are a mosquito, you are a gnat, you are a lice. All that was there. And when Bauji was reading it out to the Mandli, like a prayer, Dr. C.D. Deshmukh, when he once visited Baba, and also Bal Nandu, they were laughing. They were laughing at Bauji. What sort of prayer you have written? Now, couldn't you find some nice attribute that you are telling Baba that you are a pig and you are an ass and you are a dog and you are this and that? Bauji kept quiet, but he was very much taken aback. So when he went to Baba the next time, he said, Baba, देखो ना ये लोग मेरे को हंसते. They don't know that you have dictated. And he could not say कि Baba ये तो बाबा ने दी है करके. So he kept quiet. So Baba said, do not change a single word. This is very important in the future. घर घरों में ये प्रार्थना पढ़ी जाएगी. And what is more important is that public humanity should know that God is not just in the nice, beautiful, acceptable things, but God is also in those things which we find as ugly, dirty, filthy, unacceptable, not beautiful things. So this is the prayer that Soumya will be reading, Hindi and English, and thereafter, time permitting, we will go move on. Come a little easier.
तुम ही तो हो, you alone exist. बाहर भीतर ज्ञान के आगर, करुणा सागर तुम ही तो हो. सकल चराचर उनके सागर, मेहर प्रभुवर तुम ही तो हो. O priceless treasure of knowledge, you are within and without, and you are the ocean of mercy. You are in all the worlds. You are the ocean of attributes. O Meher, God incarnate, you alone exist. तुम्ही हो यजदान, तुम्ही हो इज्जत, अल्लाह ईश्वर तुम्ही तो हो. राम तुम्ही हो बुद्धा, प्यारे गिरिवर तुम्ही तो हो. You are Yazdan, you are Izzat, you are Allah and Ishwar, you are Ram and you are Buddha, you are beloved Lord Krishna, who with one finger lifted the mountain. You alone exist. परब्रह्म तुम हो, तुम्ही हो ईश्वर, दया के सागर तुम्ही तो हो. तुम्ही पयंबर हो पुरुषोत्तम, ज्ञान के आगर तुम्ही तो हो. You are the beyond God and the beyond God also. O ocean of kindness, you alone exist. You are Muhammad, you are perfection personified, you are knowledge itself, and you alone exist. हर में तुम हो, हर ही तुम हो, ज्योति प्रियवन तुम ही तो हो. निर्गुण तुम हो और सगुण भी, भी लीलाधर तुम ही तो हो. You live in everyone and you are everyone. O beloved, you are the enlightened one and you alone exist. You are without attributes and with attributes. You are the sole player in the divine game. You alone exist. तुम्ही निराले, तुम्ही अकेले, सब में बसकर तुम्ही तो हो. अविचल स्वामी, अविचल धामी, सबके ऊपर तुम्ही तो हो. You are matchless, the only one. You reside in every heart and you alone exist. You are eternally motionless and immovable is your abode. You are the highest, for you alone exist. तुम्ही तो हो. You are the doer, the deed, and the cause of doing. The sustainer you are, and the master of masters. You alone exist. You are the seeker, the worship, and the sadhana, form of worship. O Meher, God incarnate, you alone exist. आगे पीछे ऊपर नीचे स्वामी घर घर तुम्ही तो हो. परे परे हो भरे भरे हो सबके अंदर तुम्ही तो हो. You are in the front and behind. You are above and below. Oh Lord, you live in every house and you alone exist. You are beyond, yet you remain within everyone. You are all pervading and you alone exist. तुम्ही कबीला तुम्ही बसीला सकल चराचर तुम्ही तो हो. ऊपर नीचे जहाँ कहीं भी एक बराबर तुम्ही तो हो. You are in each neighborhood. You are the sustainer. You yourself are all worlds and you alone exist. Everywhere, whether above or below, you are complete. You alone exist. तुम्ही अगोचर गोचर भी हो. सब में हरिहर तुम्ही तो हो. कोई नहीं है सिवा तुम्हारे. परम उजागर तुम्ही तो हो. You are unseen, yet seen also. You live in everyone, forgiving each distance. You alone exist. There is no one without you. You are manifesting and unmanifest as you alone exist. तुम्ही हो इंसान, तुम्ही पक्षी, मछली जानवर तुम्ही तो हो. खटमल की सांप और बिच्छू, चींटी मच्छर तुम्ही तो हो. You are man, you are birds, you are fish and animals, for you alone exist. You are bugs and gnats, you are snakes and scorpions. You are ants and mosquitoes, for you alone exist. तुम्ही हो कीड़ा, तुम्ही हो घोड़ा, स्वन ब्रह्म खर तुम्ही तो हो. किरण तुम्ही हो हाथी, बिल्ली बंदर तुम्ही तो हो. You are insects, you are lice, you are dogs, asses and pigs. You alone exist. You are deer and elephants. You are cats and monkeys. You alone exist. चांद सितारे उषा तुम्ही हो, रजनी दिन कर तुम्ही तो हो. तुम्ही हवा हो, तुम्ही हो पानी, सारे जलचर तुम्ही तो हो. You are the moon and the stars, the dawn and the night, and the sun and also the light. You alone exist. You are the wind and the water and the animals of the water. You alone exist. चांदी सोना तांबा लोहा पीतल पत्थर तुम्ही तो हो. चाय तुम्ही हो कॉफी चीनी शक्कर तुम्ही तो हो. You are silver and gold. You are copper and iron. You are brass and stone. You alone exist. You are tea and coffee and sugar also. You alone exist. तुम्ही हो कागज, किताब तुम्ही हो, शाला दफ्तर तुम्ही तो हो. कलम तुम्ही हो स्याही, लेखक सुंदर तुम्ही तो हो. You are paper and the book. You are the school and office. You alone exist. You are pen and ink, and you are the gifted writer. You alone exist. स्वाद तुम्ही हो खिड़की, संगे मरमर तुम्ही तो हो. तुम्ही दवा हो, तुम्ही बीमारी, वैद्य गरोगर तुम्ही तो हो. You are the door and window. You are the marble floor. You alone exist. You are the medicine and the disease and the doctor also. You alone exist. खेल तुम्ही हो, तुम्ही खिलाड़ी, दर्शक प्रभुवर तुम्ही तो हो. फूल तुम्ही हो, शूल तुम्ही हो, खुशबू शुक्र तुम्ही तो हो. You are the game and the player and the spectator also. You alone exist. You are the flower and the thorns and you are the fragrance. You alone exist. तुम्ही हो गायक, तुम्ही हो वीणा, मधुर मधुर स्वर तुम्ही तो हो. नमाज तुम हो, कलाम तुम हो, जादू मंत्र तुम्ही तो हो. You are the singer, you are the musical instrument, for you alone exist. You are the prayer and the words of the prayer. You are the forces of evil and the powers of light. You alone exist. तुम्ही सिपाही, तुम्ही हो लश्कर, सबके अफसर तुम्ही तो हो. तुम्ही हो माझी, तुम्ही हो नौका, निर्मल सागर तुम्ही तो हो. You are the soldier and the army and the supreme general. You alone exist. You are the sailor, the ship, the wide ocean. You alone exist. तुम्ही हो किश्ती, तुम्ही हो तूफान, मोतियों जौहर तुम्ही तो हो. तुम्ही हो साहिल, तुम्ही ना खुदा हो, और समंदर तुम्ही तो हो. You are the storm's turbulence and the tranquil waters. You are the pearl and you are the shell. You alone exist. You are the shore, the ferryman, and the sea also. You alone exist. तुम्ही भिखारी, तुम्ही हो दाता, दान मनोहर तुम्ही तो हो. दास तुम्ही हो स्वामी, प्रभु परात्पर तुम्ही तो हो. You are the beggar, the giver, and the charity. You alone exist. You are the slave and the Lord. You are the beyond God. You are God. You alone exist. माता पिता गुरु बंधु स्नेही कुटुंब बिरादर तुम्ही तो हो. सिवा तुम्हारे न कोई दूजा, हमेशा अवसर तुम्ही तो हो. You are mother and father. You are master, brother, and friend. You are family and relatives. You alone exist. There is no one besides you. Eternally you are, for you alone exist. तुम ही जिगर हो, दिल भी तुम हो, सबके दिलबर तुम ही तो हो. तुम ही हो प्रीतम, तुम ही हो प्रेमी, प्रेम सुधाकर तुम ही तो हो. You are pran, energy, and you are heart. You are also the beloved of the heart. You alone exist. You are the beloved and the lover, and you are the nectar of love, as you alone exist. सांस तुम्ही हो जीवन, स्वामी मनहर तुम्ही तो हो. तुम्ही मका हो, तुम्ही मकी हो, सबके अंदर तुम्ही तो हो. You are the breath and life itself. Our minds are enthralled by your beauty, for you alone exist. You are the house, you are the inhabitants, and the bricks and furnishings. You alone exist. तुम ही पुजारी, तुम ही हो पूजा, सबके परवर तुम्ही तो हो. तुम्ही चेतना, तुम्ही साधना, नेहर प्रभुवर तुम्ही तो हो. You are the worshipper, the worship, and the one worship, as you alone exist. You are consciousness and the way to consciousness. Oh Meher, God incarnate, you alone exist. तुम्ही हो ख्वाजा, कुतुब तुम्ही हो, पीरो कलंदर तुम्ही तो हो. तुम्ही हो हाफिज, तुम्ही सनाई, दारा सिकंदर तुम्ही तो हो. You are ख्वाजा, you are kutub, you are peer and kalandar. You alone exist. You are hafiz, you are sanai, you are dara and Alexander. You alone exist. ईसा तुम्ही हो, तुम्ही इलाही, पाक समंदर तुम्ही तो हो. तुम्ही हो कुरान, तुम्ही नमाजी, वली पैगंबर तुम्ही तो हो. You are Jesus Christ, you are Ilahi, you are the ocean infinite and pure. You alone exist. You are the Quran, the one who prays. You are Wali and you are the messenger. You alone exist. Adi tumi ho, Ant tumi ho, Pare Gunakar tumi to ho, Param Manohar Param Sahodar, Nehar Prabhuvar tumi to ho. You are the beginning and you are the end. You are also beyond the beginning and beyond the end. You alone exist. You are infinitely beautiful and infinitely close. Oh Meher, God incarnate, you alone exist. तुम्ही हो ब्रह्मा, तुम्ही हो विष्णु, भोला शंकर तुम्ही तो हो. भाव कहता तो प्यारे मेहर, शब्द और अक्षर तुम्ही तो हो. You are Brahma and you are Vishnu. You are the guileless Shankar. you alone exist. Bhav says, oh beloved Meher, you are the word and you are the letter. You alone exist. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. This is the poem prayer, and several times during the Sahwas programs also, Baba would stop the singer or just stop the program and then say that, do you know what my experience is? My experience is that I am sitting on this, chair. My experience is that I am all the devotees. Here somebody is singing. My experience is that I am the song, that I am the words of the song, that I am the instruments which are playing the song. So in other words, his experience is that he is everyone and everything. So I suppose the way Baba said this, he has taken so much of trouble to dictate so many stanzas itself shows that this prayer is going to be really very important in times to come, when humanity will reach that maturity of trying to see God in everyone and everything, and not just in things which are pleasant, which are beautiful, and which are acceptable. So that finishes me to hope. Let me see. Okay. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
So, I mean, when Baba says he am the ant and am in everything. So when we have mosquitoes in the house and we put big on, so what am I doing? Am I killing Baba? If I'm saying Baba is in there.
How can you be killing? Because Baba.
I know. So I know. You know what I mean to say. So then what do I do at that time?
No, you see, okay. See, Baba's, as I always say, Baba was a very, very practical master. In the first ashram which Baba established in Mumbai, but then Bombay, in Manzil-e-Meer, which is at Dadar, there were swarms of mosquitoes in that area. And Baba had, see, being a practical master, he had announced a competition that whosoever kills the maximum mosquitoes will be awarded with something. So Bailey writes in his diary that it is such a funny sight that you see a mosquito aane par jayega, and somebody say, no, it is I saw it first, that kind of thing. And their hands will be all red with blood, and they would be collecting their own, prize mosquitoes, and at the end of the day, they would be counted and who killed the maximum mosquitoes. So in other words, Baba was very practical. He knew that if mosquitoes bite a human being, then there is a possibility of having malaria and all these. And human beings are more important than mosquitoes. So he not only allows killing of those, whatever you call it, insects or creatures which are harmful to humanity, and then it is perfectly okay. You got it? Yeah. They do have their place in the evolutionary process, but human beings have the highest place. I remember once an incident happened when Baba had arranged for a Sahwas program. It could be in Meherabad itself, and where they had to लगाओ तंबू बनाना था, वो शामियाना बनाना था, और बाबा तो already he had retired for the day. He used to retire very early. और जब जहाँ पे वो लोग वो तंबू के जो बाम्बू लगा रहे थे, they all of a sudden found that there was a hive or whatever you call it of red ants. लाल मूंगी का ant hill. Somebody is mic on. Rajnikant, mic on. Rajnikant, Rajnikant, okay, it was Guru Prasad. Okay, thank you very much. So, Baba had already retired, and Iraj was overseeing all these things. And Iraj said that there was specific instructions from Baba that not to kill the ants. And now here there are so many. There's an ant hill, and he felt that if the program goes on, they will all be biting so many Baba lovers. So, in spite of the fact of Baba's instruction not to disturb him once he retires, Iraj emboldened himself and told Baba कि बाबा ऐसा ऐसा है वो लाल लाल मुंगी का ये मिला है और कल प्रोग्राम है क्या करना है. Without any hesitation, Baba said, kill the ants. Kill the ants. Because his lovers are more important than the ants. So then Neeraj must have उस समय फ्लिट आता था. फ्लिट we used to call it flit. Whether फ्लिट डाला या कुछ भी डाला जो भी है वो सब हजारों ants को मार दिया. कहने का तात्पर्य है that Baba was a very practical master. Do not kill just for the sake of killing, just for pleasure. But if you find that these whatever insects may be are harmful to humanity, then in my understanding it is okay to kill cockroach or to kill mosquitoes and to kill snakes. In fact, Baba said that the snake has to be killed. Only then it will evolve into another species. Otherwise, it keeps taking birth as snake and snake and snake. So that is what Baba has. Okay, any more questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I come in?
Yeah. I think to reiterate your point, Cyrus.
Yes, please go ahead.
So I do remember during the 1965 darshan.
Yes.
Baba gave out bananas as prasad. So it was a prasad from Baba. People were wondering, what do I do with the peel? Should I eat the peel also? And then there was an announcement made. You don't have to eat the peel. Baba was always practical.
Yeah.
So we take everything, we try to do everything from Baba, so we have to do it this way.
Yeah.
So we try to use our mind,
Yes. But do you know that the first darshan that Bauji had of Baba, when Baba handed over in Sauner, when Baba handed over the banana to Bauji, he ate it with the peel. He was so intoxicated and unaware that he ate the whole thing.
I'm sure Baba must have had a big checker.
Yeah, and I like to somehow be a little humorous in any incident. And somebody was very seriously telling this episode, and that Bauji was so fortunate that he ate it with the peel. And I said, yes, Bauji was very fortunate that Baba did not give him a nariyal. Because he would have had to eat the shell of the coconut also. Just a joke.
Bauji,
It should always be practical.
He was so
One has to
fortunate
be
he got
always
a banana.
Yes,
Or
I
Baba
agree.
would have given him a
Yes,
nariyal.
anybody has Dilshad?
Yes, please. I think Nishant. Somebody else said before me, so if you want. Nilesh?
Okay.
Nishit?
Can I ask?
Yes, Nishit, please.
Yeah, I just relating on this particular incident, what you're saying of killing of particular ants or pests or whatever you say. Is it okay? Like what I feel is, okay, you have to kill. That's fine to keep your house clean. But as far as possible, what I personally do is catch them, and if you can throw them out, good enough.
Excellent.
If you cannot do that, kill them.
Absolutely.
So try your best
You can eat them
not to
also.
kill.
I agree
If
with
you can, then
Yes.
you go ahead and
You can do
You
that
would have been
with
innocent, I would
scorpions
have
and
said.
snakes also. No, but I do that with the lizards that are there in our house.
okay.
Baba was very particular. There
Okay.
was one. We are digressing into a story, but that's fine. Baba, there was one particular lizard.
You're getting Maggie, na?
Every time Baba would be sitting
Which one?
it could be in Meherabad Hall, Meherabad Mandli Hall. That lizard would come
The
up
Yoko Maggie.
and then kuchuk karke it would,
Which one you are getting?
the droppings would fall on Baba's head.
Why
And
is it
the
expensive one,
Mandli
na?
who are watching, they would be really very upset about
Huh?
it. And every day that bloody lizard is coming, right? At that time, an bombshell and just take a piece of tissue paper and just tissue and just rub it and not to make big deal about it. And then one fine day, I don't know if it was Khorshid or I don't know who it was. She was ready with a jharu to sort of hit the. And Baba said, "Why do you do this?" Said, Baba, but he's doing this every day to you. I mean, it has become a habit now that it is coming at that time only, and then pooing on your head every now and then. Baba said that this is not a disturbance to me at all. This is not a harassment. You people are harassing me much more than this. So Baba made light of the whole situation. Suffice to say, so far as lizards were concerned, for whatever reason, Baba would say do not kill it. In fact, they are beneficial because they eat up the mosquitoes which are harmful to the human being.
Correct. Right.
So sometimes when I see one in our home, I would normally catch it with a little handkerchief or towel or whatever and then just throw it out in the garden. Yeah, I do that. So thanks for that.
So just to add on it, it's like we have so many images of Baba.
Yes.
Young, small, or whatever. So I think that's the organic for his, aura of hair, what he has, in some of them. Maybe I'm just linking the dropping come on the head as the organic shampoo.
Maybe.
Thank you, Jai Baba.
Okay, Dilshad has something.
Yeah, Jai Baba Cyrus ji, Jai Baba Soumya. Before I continue, Soumya, you did a very great job. It was so lovely, the narration that you did in one go. No stoppage, no break, no mistakes. So I really compliment you, Soumya. Lovely reading. Thank you so much.
And I made her real so many times.
I hope it will be posted on the group.
Yeah.
As you wish. Okay, fine.
Coming
The wording.
to the point about this, he alone exists. Cyrus, before you wanted to talk about the lizard, I also had this thing that I had read or heard that Baba was very careful about lizards and that he would always want to be, rescue the lizard and throw them out instead of killing them.
This is what nonsense you're
In
talking.
my personal life, I find lizards very, very scary. Or they, once they grow up, they really create a mess and don't let you allow you to sleep with. So when it comes to the small babies, I do kill them. But they do that. But about mosquitoes, what I have started doing, and I just wanted to share is that mosquitoes, because the hair has a lot, I try to kill with what I had learned from my father, catching with one hand. And every time I catch and kill, I say Baba. Now there are two reasons why I do that. One is that Baba had said that when you die, anything that dies and you say Baba's name. So one way I feel that I'm taking a life or whatever Baba is taking a life, and since I'm saying Baba's name, probably he'll get a better birth. And at the same time, I remember Baba. So
Correct.
has to say
Win-win
something
situation.
so each time I go to class for mosquito, I
too
say
much
Baba.
of intellectual.
Very good. Continue doing that. If you want more mosquitoes, I can send you some.
No, I only hope they get a better life ahead.
Correct. There's a question here from
Question, may I just?
You have a question? Sure, sorry.
Okay, I wanted to know what is this Nakhuda, because even in the RT of in Gujarati
Nakhuda means the captain.
there is something about Nakhuda.
Nakuda is the captain of the ship.
Oh, okay.
The one who controls the ship of our life in the stormy ocean. The stormy ocean is the Maya, and so he is the one who's the Nakuda means the captain. Right?
Okay, because I thought it was empty Khuda, so that was why the question. Thank you.
Okay. Now I have a question here. If Baba is present in each and every being, this is from Dhruvi, and we know about it and believe in it, so why do we hurt each other's feelings just to put someone down or hide our own lies by demoralizing others? Dhruvi, you are absolutely correct. We are not expected to hurt. In one of the messages where Baba talks about how to love God, there I think one of the last ones was, to love God in the most practical way is not to hurt or harm any of his beings. So in other words, yes, what you are saying is correct. We should try as far as possible not to hurt the feelings of the other. And definitely we should not try to demoralize anybody. Even if you have to tell a little lie to uplift somebody, then that is allowed by Baba. But just because you want to say something, many
I
times
can't
what
wait,
happens is that we are very blunt
Seriously.
because we take pride in saying. I think I had narrated this issue earlier. In pride in saying I am very honest and I am very straight. I just
What to do?
iterate that point.
She doesn't
That
take
once
anything
again, this must be in Guru Prasad. Rajnikant Bhai may correct me if I'm wrong. Once it happened in Guru Prasad that there was one gentleman whom, like how we are asking any questions, anybody has anything to say. So Baba just opened up the sabha. इसको कुछ पूछना है बताना है. So there was one gentleman who said कि
She
मैंने
can
एक
come up and
आपकी
say now
आपके
को ये
शान
बदलो
में I have made I have
She can
composed
say that
one
she wants
one
to.
poem or one prayer which is in Sanskrit, which is in Sanskrit. Baba was very happy. Baba says go ahead and
But
recite.
dinner where
So
she
very
didn't
very
understand for
ऐसे
dinner.
खुले आम से खुली छाती करके he started
No? आज का
reciting
अभी
reciting that particular prayer or whatever that he has written. Now of his composition. Now in that meeting was our A.K. Ramakrishnan. He was the secretary of the Avatar Meherabad Pune Center. Nearly passed over. And Ramakrishnan obviously knew Sanskrit. So Baba asked Ramakrishnan, कि आपको ये कैसा लगा? Now Ramakrishna knew that this is not his composition. He has tucked out it from somewhere. वो और किसी की है, आदि शंकराचार्य की है. वो उसमें
it
वो
was
बोलता है
this
कि मैंने
person.
लिखा करके. So he was very frank and honest and open, and he
This
told
one.
Baba कि उनकी उनकी रची हुई ये नहीं है. It is composed by somebody else, by Adi Shankara. And Baba was not very happy about this. Although what Ramakrishnan did was he was expressing the truth, and that fellow's face absolutely fall because now he is known that he's just bragging about कि मैंने लिखी है करके. When the whole thing was over, Baba called Ramakrishnan and asked him, कि what was my question? My question was कि आपको ये जो रचना थी वो कैसी लगी? You could have said it was very nice, or you could have said no, I did not much appreciate, or whatever it is. Who asked you to overstep and say that it is not his composition, it is somebody else's composition? But Baba, what I'm saying is the truth. That is when, and many times before also and later on, truth is that which upholds somebody. You have to uphold somebody. So Dhruvi, you are very right that you cannot demoralize somebody by either hiding your lies or even telling the truth. You have to see that, and you have to ensure that we uphold somebody. We must what should I say, encourage somebody. We must uphold somebody. So that answers, I hope that answers your query, your question. You are very right in saying that we should not, Baba doesn't like, the worst thing to do is to hurt the feelings or harm the feelings of somebody, especially when you want to be one uppish on somebody else, just to put somebody down or just to demoralize somebody. Okay, anyone else has anything to share, ask? We still have a few minutes to go. We have quite a few minutes to go by. Anything else? No.
Yeah, to add on to what you just said, you
Haji.
know, the simple thing is if you don't have anything good to say about anybody,
Yeah.
just don't say it.
Just keep quiet. Yeah. Correct.
Yes. And even if you have to sort out an issue,
Yeah.
just go to a conference room, take it on one, sort it out. But don't ever belittle or berate anybody in public.
See, most in Baba used to emphasize, that matbed hona. Matbed is what? There are differences. I think
Yeah.
one way, somebody else is is fine. मतभेद होना is okay. But गैर समझ होना is not okay. गैर समझ is misunderstanding. Most of the time, issues arise because there is misunderstanding. Matbet means, there are differences of opinion anyway. We have our meetings in any forum. Let it be in our society, let it be in our center, let it be in our office. We have differences of opinion, and that is perfectly okay. That is perfectly okay, because that itself shows that there is vibrancy in the group, that there is no herd mentality. एक leader ने बोला ऐसा तो सब लोग बोलेगा हाँ जी हाँ जी हाँ जी. It's not like that. That is where we, like Sam said yesterday, we must learn to give in when work is concerned and give up when love is concerned. So here it is very important to understand, and most of our problems are because of misunderstanding. Most of our problems are we do not discuss issues, we discuss egos. We put our ego in the front and then say, because I said this, it has to go like this. But once we put our egos behind and look at the issue objectively and come and bring in one very important pertinent element, what would Baba be pleased with in that particular issue, then by and large, I would say by and large, the issue gets settled down very, very comfortably, very, very amicably. So, here, anybody else, anything to, any input to give in this particular discussion? What about warning people about being careful of some people? Can you just speak up, because what about? Okay, of course you can caution. See, see, the point is, in life, you get treated in life the way you teach people to treat you. पिछली बार एक हमने डिस्कस किया था that if I am treated in a particular manner in my home, in my society, in my office atmosphere, in other social gathering, in the same way, then I must self-reflect, introspect, go within, and try to find out why everybody at different forums, they have got no connections with each other, are treating me in that particular manner. That means I am contributing, I am teaching people to treat me in that manner. So that the English sentence is, if you get treated in life the way you teach people to treat you, and if you do not like the way in which you are being treated, then you must teach them otherwise. This is where the point comes when you say you have to caution them, you have to warn them, you have to tell them in no uncertain terms that this behavior of yours with me, I do not appreciate. And if you continue to do like this, then I may have to resolve that in a different manner. That means you will have to respond to it in a very different manner. I don't get the question. Can anybody please let me know who was this? Priyashri, can you just tell me what the question was?
Exactly what
Whether I have
Soumya, what Soumya is saying. Sorry, I can't put on the video.
Want somebody about somebody.
You are warning somebody about somebody. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes, and that would have an element of backbiting.
No, I don't think so. If the motive behind warning somebody about somebody is not out of malice, is not out of sitting on a judgment seat, is not out of jealousy or whatever it is, then I think my personal opinion is it is perfectly okay to caution somebody that देखो ये आप इसके साथ दंडादारी करते हो, whatever it is, just be a little careful. That's about all. So I don't think it would amount to backbiting or slandering. I don't think so. Because your motive is not to put the other person down. Your motive is not to, disgrace somebody, or as Ruby used the word, what was that word? Anyway, so your idea is not to put the the other person down. Based on your experience with that person, you are cautioning a third person who is dealing with that person. Am I right?
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Demoralize. Yeah. The idea is not to demoralize, but the idea is just to follow. See, in spirituality, what counts is the motive or the intention behind what you are doing. So if your intention is out of goodwill for that A person who is dealing with B person, my personal take is it's perfectly okay. It should not and does not tantamount to backbiting or slandering. All right. Anybody else has anything to ask? We have 7 more minutes to go. I don't want to take on a read.
Yeah, I'd like to ask, by doing that, aren't we being a little judgmental then?
We are. But that's what I said, that if you are not sitting on a judgment seat and doing it,
Okay.
even if you are, because, okay, you know what I'm saying, you are just cautioning. But yes, Archana, what you're saying is very true, that everybody, every one of us, one of us, somehow or the other, handle our life situation based on our past experiences with those people or with those situations. So obviously, in a way, we are being judgmental. In a way, we are being judgmental. But then again, it depends on what is the weightage that you are giving to that particular. The weightage is I am being judgmental, or the weightage is I am being cautious, and I want my friend also to be cautious.
To be cautious, okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Dynasty,
Yes, Ji.
could you please repeat that line of Sam uncle about this give in and give up or something to that effect? If you can please
I
repeat.
can do that, but I would rather like Sam. Sam, come in.
Give in for work and give up for love.
Thank
Got
you.
it? Give in for work and give up for love. Where work is concerned, many times we experience it in our day-to-day group meetings, that we need to give in and we need not be very, what should I say, stubborn and arrogant about my way of looking at things is the correct way and all other ways are not correct. So you just give in. Right.
On the point of cautioning somebody, what I usually do is that I strictly tell the person that this is my experience and my experience alone.
That you have
And what we need to be cautious about is not add sugar and spice on it, salt and pepper on it, but say this is, be factual as possible. This is what it is. This is what happened. This is what I feel in my situation, and then the person can go about doing if she feels is right. Thank you.
Thank you. So yes, agreed. Yes, I'm coming.
Nick, please finish off whatever you have to tell Dilshad. I just have another point.
I don't have. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I would like Archana to make an announcement, since there are so many people here, about her, that competition or the winning is hard thing. If we can, sorry, it might be a bit of a digression, but
No, it's not a digression. It's perfectly okay.
So Archana, if you can, please go ahead.
Archana.
Yes. One moment.
Archana, take your time and explain in great details, because we would like many of the participants here to also participate in our program called Winning His Heart.
The blue
Right.
put it off.
So like every year, we are organizing this Winning His Heart event, which we always have. And since this year, because of COVID, we are all at home, we are going to be doing this online.
No, you don't.
And so we begin on the 10th of May, which is the coming Sunday. And we have already posted a few of the creatives in some of the Baba chat groups. And the first event is a painting event, which is called Paint the Heart, where participants have to paint a heart the size on an A4 size sheet and write across it a single word which expresses what their feelings are about Baba. Just a single word, very boldly, and the rest of it they paint and make it as colorful or decorated. But everything has to be handcrafted. No digital work
Put
in
the
that.
camera on.
So,
Janice, you can show the creative. Janice, 1 minute, Archana. Janice
yes.
will show the creative.
Yeah, Janice can show the creative.
Continue. You continue. Janice, go ahead.
Janice, are you showing the creative?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yes, auntie. You can continue talking, auntie.
Yeah, so basically it's this and the main point in this is we want all the participants to do this in complete silence. As Baba always stressed on silence, but just not silence keeping your mind void. We would want each of us to remember Baba in each stroke that we fill the heart with, so that you have a one-to-one relationship with Baba for whom you're painting, so as to win his heart. So this is the gist of the whole thing. On the creative, you can see the do's and the don'ts. And when I begin the program on Sunday at 5:30, I say about half an hour before, we will give you the ID and the password and everything, so everybody checks in. And I will be giving a little intro. So in case you have some queries, they would be, I suppose, resolved once you listen to what I say. So all in all, I would request each one of you who are here today to please participate and enjoy this event. Yeah, thank you. I think that speaks it all. You all can just look at the creatives now.
Yeah, thank you, Archana.
Thank you.
In case it's not clearly readable, you can zoom, like just zoom into the image and you can read it. And we'll be posting all these also on the groups later.
Yeah. Lovely. Thank you.
I have a small question, if I may, Archana.
Yes, tell me.
What do we do with that creation of that heart and painting? What do we do with it?
We would want you to preserve it if we get an opportunity to display it sometime later when the lockdown is over with, and if at all we have some opportunity, we would definitely like to display them all. And in the meantime, maybe on the Zoom chat, we can, show the things, or as Mervina has suggested, we might make a slide of all the entries and preserve that to be viewed at a later stage whenever Baba wills it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah? Okay.
And how you register for it?
Anybody again?
Sorry?
How do you register?
There's no registration.
Then?
You will be given the Zoom ID and the password about half an hour before this on all the chats. So we would intimate you about that. So you just simply get onto the Zoom like you do for Cyrus's reading program.
Baba's reading program.
No, we
Yes,
give it at
Baba's,
2 o'clock.
sorry.
2 o'clock.
So that should be it.
Right. Thank you.
Any other question?
Is asking if you use tools.
Sorry?
Wherein Jasmani is inquiring if you can use any tools.
Any what? I cannot get you clearly.
Tools to draw.
Tools means what? Parents,
How do
can
we
you just
draw?
elaborate?
Yeah, with what?
Yeah, you can
Crayons or
speak, no,
paint?
parents?
Yeah, you can use whatever you want, but it has to be on the paper.
Parents, silence is on next Sunday. Now you can speak.
Yeah, parent, go ahead. Let me know what you really want to know.
She said.
Hello? Parent?
Anyway, by tools, maybe she must be meaning some compass and all that, you know.
Yes, anything. You're free to do it.
Tools,
Okay.
but not computer graphics. Am I right?
Yes, it shouldn't be digital. Yes.
Okay.
It's supposed to be handcrafted.
Okay, lovely.
Can you paint on a fabric, please?
Yes, you can use a ruler, yes.
No
Oh yes, you
fabric.
can use
Fabric.
whatever you want, whatever
Canvas.
is available.
No, no, cloth. Can you paint on a cloth as well?
No, we're just looking at paper presently.
Yeah. And the minimum size of the paper is A4.
A4 size paper.
Minimum
You
size.
can,
You can always have a bigger
Oh.
size.
Cloth में
yeah, you draw the heart and cut it out, and then you decorate it as you wish.
Yeah, okay,
Best
okay.
of your ability. Yeah.
Okay, okay. She got it. Anybody else has anything to say or share?
So, Uncle, we'll be having, like we have paint this Sunday. We'll be having something coming up every Sunday as a part of the Bombay Center's Winning His Heart event.
Yes.
So,
Right.
the other creators will be shared later.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, Janice. And thanks, Archana.
Thank you.
All right. So today, shall we call it a day? Yes.
Get ready, let's go fast.
Yes.
Avtar, Meher Baba.
Baba,
Jai.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
Tomorrow we
Jai
meet
Baba.
same
Thank you,
time,
Cyrus and
same
Soumya.
place.
Thank you, Cyrus. Baba. Thank you.
Cyrus.
Thank you.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Cyrus, you'll send me the passage you read today. Cyrus?
हाँ मैं हूँ आ जाओ एक तक पहुँच
आ जाओ आ जाओ. Thanks, Jyoti. Thanks, everybody.
Jai Baba Rakesh. Thank Baba. Jai Baba everyone. I'm ending the meet now.
Thank you. Yes, yes.
Yes, please.
Tomorrow, same time, same place, huh?
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is what I use. Nikki, did you get these glasses from the bathroom? No.